I'm John. I play bass guitar in the band Blackstone Cherry.
And I am John Fred Young, and I play drums in the band Blackstone Cherry.
So, talk about why Burning was chosen to be released first. Does it set the pace for the rest of the album?
We need to talk about why Burning was chosen as a release first. The label picked it. We don't ever get to pick anything fun.
Does it set the pace? I don't know if it sets the pace. I don't think so.
To be perfectly honest with you, I think Burning is an absolute awesome song, and
it's a barn burner.
Playing it live is killer. I think it is a nice feel good groove, and it gets you slowly pumped into the chaos that is before you on the couple of the tracks.
Yeah, it's a good kickoff for sure.
It's a great song, fun. It's a straight up rock and roll song.
Now let's talk about the concept behind the idea of naming the album Family Tree.
The album Family Tree has a song on it called Family Tree, so that kind of answers itself to a degree. But furthermore than that, everybody already knows Blackstone Cherry is very tied to its roots. To where we're from, back home in Kentucky, our family and all of our friends back home. So the name Family Tree just made perfect sense for our band.
Now, describe to us the Family Tree artwork for those who may not have seen it.
And the artwork was basically kind of, I don't even know what I'm saying.
We stumbled across a tree in a field.
There's a really big, beautiful tree in the middle of my grandparents' farm, and it has stood there for probably 200 years, and there's no other trees around it. And I grew up as a kid thinking that it was magical, and there were gnomes and fairies that lived in it, and it was just squirrels and crows. But So John and I thought, hey, why don't we go and take a picture of it? John said, why don't we do it at night? Because John is a professional photographer and knows the big terms for cameras.
So long story short on that, there's a thing called long exposure photography or bulb photography. And when you take pictures at nighttime, the shutter opens up and it stays open for a long time, so it allows more light to come in. So when you do that, it causes things like stars to create lines and curves and little trails in the sky.
Trails.
And it brings all this really crazy color to the front of the shot that you ordinarily wouldn't have. And at the time, I had been getting more and more so into nighttime photography. So I thought to myself, hey, this could be really cool because if the wind blows, it's going to make the limbs move just slightly, so it's going to give a visual vibration to the image, and it's going to allow the stars to kind of show the curvature of where we are on the planet, so you can see in the right-hand side of the image that the circle starts there, and then it spans itself across the image.
The night we shot that, it was a full blood moon.
Yep.
On Earth, rather, but you could see it from Kentucky, so it was really cool.
Yeah, and it was also that was the winter solstice that night too, wasn't it?
I think it was both. Let's say it was both. That sounds way cooler.
Now, which songs on the record are you particularly proud of, and tell us why that might be?
All of them, because we wrote them, and we had a hand in writing them all together. We all write the songs in the band. I think probably the one that I am most proud of is I don't know. I don't even have a favorite. I can't pick them. They're like kids. I think Dancing in the Rain for me, because we had Warren Haynes on the track with us, and I think that's really a monumental feat for us to be able to get such a amazing musician and such a nice guy to come and guest star. So I think that's a really special track. But I mean, My Last Breath is another track that's
Absolutely.
just, obviously it's very heartfelt and very close to us, and especially Chris. So
it poses a very important question that everybody should ask themselves.
Right, exactly.
For me, I would have to pick the song Family Tree in particular. Completely selfishly picking that one because that particular track I was really like Western style shooting from the hip. I did not know what the heck I was playing whenever I sat down in the chair to record it. That was Chris was in the control room with me at the time whenever I tracked that. It was just the two of us and David the engineer. And I told him, I was like, I need to take a minute so I can kind of run through this because we hadn't rehearsed anything. We had just kind of got demos together, just real rough ideas. It's like, I need to go through this and like come up with a plan. And he looked at me and said, dude, you know the key. Just sit down, close your eyes, and play. You can do this. So I got a little vote of confidence from my buddy Chris, and I sat down, and that's exactly what I did. I just closed my eyes. I knew
Off
the
the
general
cuff,
idea,
baby.
and tracked that sucker in one take. So
Killed it.
that's my
Okay.
favorite one.
Well, as you rightfully so, you nailed it.
Now, I bet you were excited because you're being second from top on the main stage supporting Guns N' Roses at Download Festival this year.
Are we excited to be second from top and on the download slot supporting Guns N' Roses?
The main support for
No,
Guns N'
we're
Roses.
not excited
No,
at
not
all. That is going to be
Next question.
Next question. That is going to be the most awesome show ever, and the band's going to break up right after that because we're not going to be able to talk it until we headline Download. Yes, we are absolutely just honored and thrilled to have the direct spot underneath Guns N' Roses. I mean, everybody in the world has been listening to them forever, and it's great to see them back together in their rock and roll form. And I think that we've been fortunate to hang with Duff. We had Duff's Loaded. We had those guys out
support us over here.
2008, and such a great guy.
Got to be great friends with Duff.
Great musician,
and all the guys in the Loaded band. They were great dudes too. So that's great to be able to hang out with Duff again, and even with Slash. I didn't personally get to meet Slash, but I know I believe Chris and Ben both did.
I know a guy, that Veronica Vaughn. No, you didn't. Okay, I know a guy. No, I'm not going to quote the movie, but you get what I'm saying.
Right.
And can we expect a headline UK tour this year, maybe?
No.
Nope.
We're never coming back.
We're doing
Taking
Download,
our
and
toys
then that's
and going
it.
away.
We're going home until they call us to headline Download.
We are. Yes. Okay. Duh. I mean, I'm not letting the cat out of the bag, but yes, we will obviously be doing something. But we can't tell you. It's supposed to be a surprise.
It's got to be a surprise.
Yeah, we can't tell you. Maybe not. Maybe so. Maybe we'll Skype it in. Maybe we'll just do like an Obi-Wan Kenobi projector.
There you go. Absolutely.
Hologram.
Let's do that. We'll do a hologram.
We'll do it.
We'll get Tupac
in the Queen's Garden. We'll do a hologram, and everybody can just watch us. And
Excellent. Thank you very much.
thank you so much for supporting us.
Absolutely.